Can you repeat what my brother has said since you've been on duty?
I'm no eavesdropper. He uses mostly big words, and his language has not been of the highest quality. I've brushed more than once.
Are you awake, sir? Do you know your name? Sister, I strongly recommend that this patient's vital signs be taken. You may be surprised by the result. Hello, brother. You're keeping well, I hope?
Yes. Elephant ears, too inquisitive by half. Imbecilic, treacherous louts. Those fools are playing at what? What? Oh, where are you? Sherlock!
Calm yourself, Mycroft. I'm right here. Tell me why you summoned us to the Diogenes.
No. It's safe. Joburg chaps, first rate, who died but was not born.
That's too obscure. What's safe? My brain isn't everything it might be, Mycroft. Nor is yours, it seems. What is it, Mycroft? What do you have for me? Where do you have it?
Where's the heart? Shush. Here's a secret. Sahara has none. Better than cursing the darkness.
Come again?
I'm so tired. Now I lay me down to sleep.
Mycroft, do you recall Clifford, Ashley, Buckingham, Arlington and Lauderdale?
A clique of intriguers. Are they back? Where?
His incapacity is not permanent. He knows a cabal when he hears it. Have you made anything of Mycroft's speech, Watson?
No. I wish I'd read Freud's recent work more closely. Or perhaps the neurologist would be more informative. He can talk in symbols and anagrams and riddles, but conventional speech seems impossible. Were we not desperate for information, it would be entirely fascinating.
But as we are desperate, it is aggravating. We must be inventive. His club's in ruins. He wouldn't risk his office. Home is where the heart is. He must mean he has something at his digs.
I'd rather not get nicked for breaking and entering.
I'll hardly be denied access to my own brother's flat.
Do you imagine a senior minister's portal is more easily penetrable than Mrs. Hudson's door?
As always, Watson, you make an excellent point. What have you done with my brother's personal effects, sister?
No need to take that tone with me, sir. His garments were in tatters. The medical examiner may have them. Matron is responsible for his other possessions.
What of Mycrofts is she holding?
I haven't a clue. She inventories it all. The patients presumably know what they brought with them.
As a courtesy, matron, I inform you that we are going inside.
Given your reprehensible behaviour, Mr. Holmes, I don't think so.
Were I to inform the director that you left a patient untended for hours and exposed him to a contagious virus, she is sure to take a very dim view of your performance. You have been negligent, matron, and you have violated your own precious hospital policy.
The patient required no special treatment. He was admitted with a minor head injury.
That's as may be, but his fall resulted from his sickness. He is critically ill with a respiratory ailment. Exposure to flu could kill him. Shall we keep your oversight among ourselves?
Yes.
Please be more careful in future. What is your name, if I might ask?
Colleran, sir. Bob Colleran. How may I be of service?
Mr. Mycroft Holmes is my brother, Colleran. I'm sure he wouldn't mind if we waited for him upstairs.
That would be out of order, sir. You are not expected, sir. Unexpected guests are not received by residents.
Colleran, I assure you I can be trusted upstairs. My brother summoned me.
So you say. Have you not heard of Mr. Sherlock Holmes? He is our most famous detective. His cases are the talk of all London. I believe little of what I hear, sir, and nothing of what I read in the press.
I should have identification which should entitle me to some consideration.
Consideration, no. But if you can prove your relationship, perhaps an explanation is owing. That's hardly decisive, sir. M could be anybody.
But it does show who I am.
Perhaps. Look, even if I let you into the vestibule, which I won't, you couldn't get into his flat. I couldn't let you in even if I wanted to, and I don't. Mr. Holmes has the only key.
You are some sort of government official, I take it?
In a manner of speaking, sir. I'll appreciate no more questions along those lines. Let's just say I'm charged with the welfare of the residents here and their possessions. A card doesn't confirm identity, sir. It proves nothing except you've taken the trouble to have one made up. Lestrade requests my cooperation? I think not. I've never even heard of the man.
There is something particular about that driver, Watson.
You carry suspicion to excess, Holmes. He looks ordinary enough, though his tailor is a good bit more skillful than mine.
Unless I'm mistaken, he has a pistol in his pants.
There are brigands everywhere these days.
But not on Pall Mall, Doctor. Look him over, please. His posture is familiar. Have you learned anything of significance, Watson?
Perhaps. The driver resembles one of Lestrade's lackeys from years ago, party named Tallboy.
That's right. I remember him now. I don't recognize the character at the door. Be circumspect.
I'll follow your lead, Holmes.
Now, Watson, the means to probe Mycroft's inner sanctum are in hand. I'm armed to do battle with Matron, Doctor. I trust you will support me.
At your service, Holmes. We shall secure Mycroft's effects or die in the attempt.
When Stevenson wrote that there is nothing like a little judicious levity, he might have added, thank heaven. Please retrieve my brother's effects, Matron, immediately.
I'll take up your behaviour with the director, Mr. Holmes. Your ruse has violated the essence of hospital policy.
Matron, this receipt is in order. Spare me the lecture and produce the effects.
I note that age has not improved your intractable character.
Allegations of theft or misappropriation would not serve the hospital. I'll sign for the keyring. You may keep the wallet and other items.
Very interesting.
Could we go in now, Colleran?
How did you come by the keys? Your welfare depends on your answer.
There is no need to manhandle me. Are you a villain?
No. Now make me believe that you aren't.
Do you know my brother was injured in the Diogenes explosion?
You've got my attention.
We took him to Bart. I got his keys from there. I'm not at liberty to say more.
If you don't, you may be without liberty, period.
That sounded distinctly like a threat.
As you like.
My brother summoned me, Colleran, but the explosion struck him down before we met. I'm trying to discover the reason for his rare summons. He is currently unable to speak cogently.
A more straightforward approach might have served you better. I'm still not certain who you are.
Constable Tallboy, isn't it? Could I have a moment of your time?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, though I'm no longer with the force.
Would you be so kind as to vouch for my bona fides to Mr. Colleran?
I wouldn't mind. These two is all right, Colleran. It's Mr. Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson. Done more than one good turn for me when I was with the CID.
Thank you, Tallboy. Still at your appointed post, Tallboy?
Now and always, Mr. Holmes. It's good work, but not much of it. My clients prefer to walk.
Please ensure we are not disturbed while we are upstairs, Colleran.
Depend on it, Mr. Holmes.
The place that has known him will know him no more. Oh, Watson, the psalm is too apt.
Think no more of it, Holmes. Mycroft will recover, I'm sure.
Wanted to do that for years, Watson. When it was in his study, Father forbade us from playing with the earth, as he said. Can you deduce a man's character from his furnishings, Watson?
Well, domestic fixtures cannot define a complex personality, but certain traits may be inferred from them. Mycroft appears fastidious, intellectually rigorous, and intensely private.
You never disappoint. Add willful, secretive, and lethargic to that list, and you have a serviceable thumbnail sketch. Give me your impressions, please.
A charming room, but nothing obvious or suggestive for the matter at hand.
Presuming we know what that is. Remember this. Mycroft is a cautious man and immoderately clever at times. His character will guide us. The globe is not without interest.
Beautiful art. But the cartographer was an idiot. There's no channel. England appears as a contiguous part of Europe. Very odd notion.
My brother and I think the idea of a united Europe has merit.
That's as may be, but it's geographically insupportable.
What captures your attention, Watson?
Mycroft appears to work in his bedroom. Does he never rest?
By nature he's a slug, but when he's on the Queen's shilling, his relentless toil is the stuff of legend in Whitehall. The dispatch case was virtually empty, not surprising.
Has the flat been robbed?
Watson, please restrain your imagination. Have you seen signs of burglary? Mycroft rarely uses the case, considers it a provocation. Anything that invites public notice is anathema to him. Assume Mycroft has written something for my eyes only. Where might he conceal it?
An office diary? Letters at his club?
Too public, too little control, insufficient access.
Well, here then, in a portable notebook or journal.
A fair guess, were he not pathologically thrifty and compulsively secretive. To him a common notebook would be an extravagance. Were he so inclined, he could write a novella, in his minuscule hand, in cipher, on an envelope, preferably used.
Pleased to have seen you, Mr. Holmes. My best to your brother.
Have you noticed any dubious characters hanging about, Colleran?
None but Tallboy and myself, Mr. Holmes. I keep an eye out.
Does my brother ever entertain colleagues and such?
Excuse me, sir, but I don't understand how that concerns you.
Curious, Colleran, just curious.
Well then, to satisfy your idle curiosity, very rarely.
Have there been any burglaries here recently, Colleran?
A flat was turned over last month. Letters of credit and several sensitive but as yet unidentified documents were taken. New locks were installed as a result.
No jewellery or cash?
No, and that's a disturbing mystery, as I'm sure you'd agree.
Indeed. Mycroft had a strong reason to be cautious. This is promising. Mycroft has devised a message for me.
Indeed, but what does it say?
What it says is obvious, Doctor. The question is, what does it mean? I'm at a loss, Watson. Perhaps Mycroft can be more forthcoming.
My expectations are not high on that count, Holmes. You might do as well on your own.
I'm at a loss, Mycroft. I've found the foolscap, but I can't penetrate the puzzle.
Douse it. Toast it. Don't eat it. Sahara has none. It's better than cursing in the darkness.
Wet and warm, is it? I should have known. True to your idol Poe. I believe I understand the instructions. Note the red tint, Watson. Mycroft used sympathetic ink of cobalt and saltpeter. Water sets up a chemical reaction, and heat causes the writing to reappear. It's pure Poe. The message reads, "See books in Greek." Return to the hunt, eh, Watson?
As you say, Holmes, return by all means.
Colleran, we'll just nip up for a moment. Want to check a few more things.
Very well, Mr. Holmes.
Of course, the beginning. Genesis. Who died but was not born? Adam. I am a goose. Aha! He's done it again. If one puzzle is good, two must be better. We have what he concealed. We must discover the secret it contains.
Again, you've lost me, Holmes.
It's more sympathetic ink. This parchment contains a message, or I'm a bigger dunce than Mycroft thought possible.
Dunk it in water immediately.
Not on your life. Mycroft would never use the same source twice. Indeed, water might destroy it. Better to know with what he wrote it. Were we anywhere else, colourless ink might surprise me.
If you require refreshment, Holmes, let us retreat to 221B. Mrs. Hudson can prepare something more suitable.
I'm nourishing my brain, Watson, not my stomach. I believe Mycroft has been experimenting with rice water. We have what we need, Watson. Let us return to the friendly confines.
A blank piece of paper? Surely you overreach yourself, Holmes. Perhaps you should sit for a moment and collect your wits.
My wits, as you are pleased to call them, have been collecting dust, Doctor. Let us proceed. The currently invisible must be made patent.
As I recall, Poe liked Zaff and a diluted mixture of aqua regia for sympathetic ink.
True. A green tint would prove it. But I don't believe Mycroft used an acid. It might be simple rice water.
How can you prove it?
The proper vapor should provide us with an answer. Yes, rice water by all means. Here it is, Watson, gradually appearing. I'll read it. Sherlock, you've likely heard all of what follows at the Diogenes. I prepared a digest as much to assuage my anxiety as for your convenience. May you have better reason to consult it than indulgence of my suspicious nature, or that its source is unavailable for comment. Allow me to re-emphasize the central points. 1. The moment the formula was discovered missing, my committee mounted a confidential inquiry. 2. Without substantive progress, the members inexplicably moved to adjourn. They would have terminated the inquiry altogether had I not intervened. Given their recalcitrance, my hopes are not high that we shall meet again. 3. Items 1 and 2 give rise to 2 questions. Who stole the formula, and why did the committee quash the investigation? I haven't a clue to the answers. Regrettably, my committee members must be considered as prime suspects in both matters. They are Lord Dennis Lawton, Mr. Horace Silverbridge, Sir Avery Fanshawe, and Mr. Philip Bledsoe. After initially promoting an investigation, they suddenly claimed that no theft had been proven, and that no vital information had been compromised. This is false. In unfriendly hands, this formula could have catastrophic consequences. Presuming the members are not traitors, idiots, or dupes, are they being coerced to make this patently ridiculous and dangerous claim? If so, by whom, and to what purpose? With respect to the theft, do not neglect ministry clerks, Thomas Pratt and Eldridge Whitney, and a feisty but engaging char named Agnes Ratchet. All 7 have sufficient means and opportunity to remove the document from its restricted room. You must discreetly discover the motive for the theft. I remind you that you have no official standing, and I must insist on complete confidentiality. For the moment, even the ministry must be off limits. Personnel should remain ignorant of your purpose, you may use no police resources, and you have no obvious leverage with the committee. Your inquiry must be organized by my suspicions and your own observations and deductions. I trust they will be sufficient. You've often found my suspicious nature amusing, and my penchant for clandestine measures absurd. So they may be, but as my current misgivings have devastating implications, I've taken these precautions in the event they may be well-founded. Mycroft. P.S. Did I mention that Dewar is securely hidden in Bermondsey, typically oblivious? At last, Watson, we have material facts. We have relevant knowledge and a structure on which to pin it.